Influence, Science and Practice is a book written by Dr. Robert Cialdini, a renowned expert in the field of persuasion and influence. The book is based on Dr. Cialdini's extensive research and experience in the field, and it provides a comprehensive understanding of the psychology of persuasion. The book begins by discussing the 6 principles of persuasion: reciprocation, consistency, social proof, liking, authority, and scarcity. Dr. Cialdini explains how these principles work and provides examples of how they have been used in real-world situations. He also discusses the ethical considerations of using these principles and the importance of being aware of the potential consequences of persuasion. The principle of reciprocation states that people are more likely to comply with a request if they have received something from the request first. For example, if a salesperson gives a potential customer a free sample of a product, the customer is more likely to purchase the product. This principle can also be used in non-sales situations, such as in the workplace or in relationships. The principle of consistency states that people are more likely to comply with a request if it is consistent with a commitment that they have previously made. For example, if a person has previously agreed to a small request, they are more likely to comply with a larger request that is consistent with the initial one. This principle is often used in fundraising and political campaigns. The principle of social proof states that people are more likely to comply with a request if they see others doing the same thing. For example, if a customer sees a long line of people waiting to purchase a product, they are more likely to purchase the product themselves. This principle is often used in advertising and marketing. The principle of liking states that people are more likely to comply with a request from someone they like. For example, if a customer likes a salesperson, they are more likely to purchase a product from them. This principle is often used in sales, but it can also be used in other situations, such as in the workplace or in relationships. The principle of authority states that people are more likely to comply with a request from someone they perceive as an authority figure. For example, if a customer sees a doctor wearing a lab coat, they are more likely to trust their medical advice. This principle is often used in advertising and marketing, but it can also be used in other situations, such as in the workplace or in relationships. The principle of scarcity states that people are more likely to comply with a request if they believe that the opportunity to do so is limited. For example, if a customer believes that a product is in limited supply, they are more likely to purchase the product before it runs out. This principle is often used in sales and marketing, but it can also be used in other situations, such as in the workplace or in relationships. Throughout the book, Dr. Cialdini provides a wealth of real-world examples to illustrate how these principles are used in everyday life. He also provides practical advice for how to use these principles ethically and effectively. One of the main takeaways from the book is the importance of understanding the psychology of persuasion and the potential consequences of using these principles. 5 lessons one can learn from this book. 1. The 6 principles of persuasion: influence, science, and practice, lays out 6 principles of persuasion that are central to understanding how people are influenced: reciprocation, consistency, social proof, liking, authority, and scarcity. Understanding these principles can help you to be more aware of how they are being used in different situations and how to use them more effectively. 2. The importance of ethical persuasion. The book emphasizes the importance of using persuasion ethically and being aware of the potential consequences of using these principles. Dr. Cialdini provides practical advice for using these principles in an ethical and responsible way. 3. The power of consistency. Consistency is one of the 6 principles of persuasion, and it states that people are more likely to comply with a request if it is consistent with a commitment that they have previously made. This principle is often used in fundraising and political campaigns. 4. The power of social proof. Social proof is another one of the 6 principles of persuasion, and it states that people are more likely to comply with a request if they see others doing the same thing. This principle is often used in advertising and marketing, and it's important to be aware of how it can affect our decision making. 5. The importance of understanding the psychology of persuasion. Influence, Science and Practice provides a comprehensive understanding of the psychology of persuasion and how it works in real-world situations. By understanding the psychology of persuasion, it's possible to be more aware of how it's being used in different contexts and to how to use it more effectively. In conclusion, Influence, Science and Practice is a must-read for anyone who wants to understand the psychology of persuasion and how it's used effectively. Dr. Cialdini's extensive research and experience makes this book a valuable resource for anyone who wants to improve their persuasion skills, whether in business, relationships, or any other area of life. Understanding the principles of persuasion can help you be a more effective communicator and a more persuasive person.